For today's video, I thought that I would answer a few of the questions that I received today about Craig. The first question that I am going to answer is about milestones. I was asked, at what age did Craig start to walk? And actually, Craig started to walk, crawl, roll over. He did all of his milestones on time. So we didn't ever think that anything could be wrong because he was meeting all of his milestones, and any other signs of autism at that time were very subtle up until the time that he didn't start talking and responding. And then things started to stand out to us more, like flapping. And the second question is about potty training. Potty training was a very hard thing for us, and I kept trying to find a magic answer. At the time we were potty training Craig, the internet had come around. We had it at our house. But there wasn't a lot on the internet yet about autism, but I did find a chat room with other parents with autistic children, and I talked to them about it and got some suggestions. None of them worked for Craig. One of the suggestions was that some autistic kids are afraid to go to the bathroom without their diaper. And this was true of Craig. We sent Craig to preschool in his underwear every day. And every day he came home dry. And then as soon as we got home, he asked for a diaper because he wanted to go to the bathroom. But if we sat him on the potty, he wouldn't go. He would cry and scream. He was afraid. So one of the suggestions that we got was to start cutting away part of the diaper every day, a little piece at a time, until eventually there wasn't much left and he would see that it was okay to go potty. Well, we tried that, but that didn't work. I think with Craig, it was all in us not giving up, and probably in the timing too of him being more ready. What I finally did was, when he got home from preschool, I just refused to put a diaper on him. And he didn't want to go to the bathroom in his underwear, so finally one day, I put him on the potty and he went. And after that, he went on the potty all the time. It was just like a breakthrough. It was something that I had to decide, we're going to do this. And it was at just the right time for Craig to cooperate, though. I think that sometimes you can push it too soon and that makes things worse. The funny thing about that is I remember I had promised Craig if he went to the bathroom on the potty that we would go to Dollar General. And as soon as he peed in the potty, Stephanie started cheering that we were going to Dollar General. I think she was actually more excited than Craig was. There's probably more information out there now to help parents of autistic children to potty train their kids, but I feel like children with autism are just like any other children. The time is right when the time is right. So sometimes you just have to wait until you see the signs. And the other question that I will answer tonight is, at what age did we start cooking with Craig? I would say that it wasn't until he was probably 20. I think when the cooking started was after Craig got out of high school. He went to high school until he was 20. He could have gone till he was 23, but when he was about to turn 20, I just decided, I just think he needed to move on to something else. So we had Craig graduate when he was 20 years old. And at that time, we signed up for services with DHS, and we had a wonderful young lady coming working with Craig. And one of the activities that Craig wanted to do was cooking. So every time she would come, they would make a recipe. They would talk about, what recipe did Craig want to make? And they would find a recipe and get the ingredients and then make the recipe. And Craig, he liked that so much that we kind of just took off with it from there. But there are still safety issues, and Craig's afraid of the hot stove. Last night, though, actually, when we made biscuits, Craig put them in the oven by himself, which is a huge step. He's always afraid because when you open the oven door, you get that whoosh of the hot air, and I can see why that's frightening to him because I don't like that either. But we just kept on cooking with him, and some of the steps we have to do ourselves sometimes. Some of it is hand over hand, but he's learned so much over time. He can cut well with a knife. I was amazed. I was afraid to let him use a sharp knife at first, but he's really good and really careful with it. Sometimes I give him like a butter knife if it's cutting a banana or something soft. But I feel like cooking has been a great activity to do together. Craig enjoys it. I enjoy it. He gets an instant reward from it. So I guess I would encourage any parents to try doing that with their child on some level. We probably could have done it at a younger age with Craig. But when he was very young, I don't know, before middle school, no way would he have ever cooperated or wanted to do that. I'm not even sure before he was 18. These things have just come over time where he's wanted to interact more and be involved in more activities. Someone actually sent us a sandwich maker recently, which was really great for Craig. We could I could work with him making the sandwich, and you put it in the sandwich maker and it makes it like a grilled cheese, or there's several different things that you could make with it. But it's a way for him to make a grilled cheese without having to put it in a hot pan on the stove. Much safer, and Craig could do that himself. Also, someone recently sent us an air fryer, and we did have an air fryer, but this one's really nice because it has so few settings that Craig, he picked it up really fast and has been able to cook his own food in the air fryer, like his chicken strips, ever since we got it, which with our other air fryer and all the presets, it was really confusing. So I usually had to help him get started with that. The air fryer has helped him to be pretty independent with that. The air fryer has been a wonderful tool in herself. In fact, I was just talking to my daughter today and she said, how do people ever have kids without an air fryer? Because she uses hers a lot. Of course, her little girls like chicken strips and French fries and things like that. And that's all that I had to cover tonight. Again, feel free to ask me any questions. I do have some other things that I want to talk about, but I welcome any and all input. Feel free to email me at ourdailyview1992@gmail.com. And now we'll go on to the rest of the video where Craig, Stephanie, and I ate at Applebee's today and went and had some pedicures. It was a really fun day. Oh, we never eat over here.
Here, and your server will be right with you, okay?
Okay.
Do it in, Greg.
Ready for Craig and Steph Day plus Mom?
Yep. I'm getting a newer computer.
You got a new computer,
Yeah. It's gonna be smaller.
but it'll be faster.
Right.
Ready to order, Craig?
I'll have the Clubhouse Grill with no lettuce, no tomato, no mayo. I'll have with honey barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and a side of fries, please.
Did you get all that? Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to repeat that one more time for you, please, if you could.
I'll have the Clubhouse Grill,
Clubhouse Grill,
no lettuce, no tomato, no mayo.
no tomato, no mayo. Okay.
And no lettuce.
Yep. And no lettuce, no tomato, no mayo. Yep. Okay.
I'll have with honey barbecue sauce,
Yep.
honey mustard, and a side of fries, please.
And the sauce is on the side, not on the sandwich, right?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. Yep, got it. You said honey mustard too?
Yes.
And fries?
Yes. I think you should try the spinach dip today, Craig.
Are you? It's not even spinach.
It tastes kind of like cheesy spinach.
Yeah.
And then it'll make you strong like Popeye.
Are you trying to poison me? No. I like me spinach.
Hey, Craig, Do you like Darkwing Duck?
Well, now that you mention it, yes, I do. Darkwing Duck was a superheroic duck battling Negaduck and of the Fearsome Five.
Can you tell me something that Darkwing Duck said?
Let's get dangerous.
Who did the voice of Darkwing
Jim
Duck?
Cummings,
What year did Darkwing Duck?
1991.
Can you sing? Can you sing "Eye of the Tiger"?
Eye of the Tiger. Ah.
He really knows the song.
Yeah.
God.
Wait, what do you remember about the creek at Grandma and Grandpa Grouper's house?
It looks scary. I remember I walked to the creek.
How old were you?
7,
No, I don't think you were that old. Do you?
6,
Maybe,
8.
if that old. I don't know for sure. I know you were pretty young. I thought you were like 3 or 4, but maybe you were older than that. Maybe you've just heard this story before, you know.
Yeah.
What do you remember about it, Craig?
I want to check what's it like outside the world.
Oh, is that why you walked there?
Yeah.
We couldn't find you.
Yeah, that was a scary time. One time we were at my mom and dad's, Joe thought I was watching Craig, and I thought he was watching Craig. We were all outside,
What?
and all of a sudden Craig was gone, and we were terrified because there's cornfields around Grandma and Grandpa's house. So someone walked out. There was also a little creek not too far from their house with a bridge. And one of us walked down there and found Craig down there.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
No, it was really our fault. Probably we should have been watching you better.
I'm
But it
sorry.
was pretty scary there for a few minutes till we found you.
Yeah,
You just wanted to see what it was like?
yes. I want to see what's it like outside the world.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you find anything down there?
No.
No crawdads.
No.
Stephanie, can you tell us one of your memories from Craig when he was younger?
Well, Craig used to have this little red scarf
No. Not
named
that.
Scarfy,
Not that.
and he took
Not
it everywhere
that.
with him.
Not that.
And then he flushed it down the toilet.
By
And he
accident.
was yelling for Scarfy. And we couldn't get him back.
No.
Remember, he was like doing everything. He put Scarfy in the freezer and...
Yeah, I don't know why you
And then-
tortured Scarfy.
I didn't torture him. It wasn't my fault.
It's okay, Craig.
I swear.
Why did you flush him down the stool?
I don't know. I just want to entertain.
Oh, you're just entertaining
You
him.
are entertaining.
No.
And that was the end of Scarfy.
It wasn't my fault. I swear.
He was never to be seen again.
It's all right, Craig. You still have the memory.
Right.
Yeah, a little look at your clubhouse grill, Craig.
Mhm.
It looks really good. Stephanie got the appetizer sampler.
Craig is ready to try spinach dip. He
Oh,
reached for my chip.
Oh, that's right. It's time for Craig to try some spinach dip.
Mm.
Thank you.
French onion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Right, enjoy it. Did you want another Diet Pepsi?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll
please.
bring that right back. Do you feel like Popeye? Are you strong now?
He sounded like Tigger.
Say.
So you like spinach dip?
Yeah, not bad.
There you go. Craig ate some vegetables for lunch.
Yeah, so get off his back.
And I got the chicken wonton tacos, which is one of my absolute favorites to get at Applebee's, and French onion soup.
Craig just stole more.
And Craig can't leave that spinach artichoke dip alone. How's that club sandwich, Craig?
Tastes delicious, Mama.
All right. How's your sampler, Stephanie?
Delicious.
Which is your favorite part?
Spinach dip. Even though Craig's stealing it all.
Hey, Craig,
Yeah?
have you ever watched the movie Avatar?
No, I didn't.
Here's dessert we're all going to share. And Craig's licking the spoon. It's just that good. What do you think, Craig?
Mmm. Tastes like a chocolate cake.
delicious.
I wanted you to say cake. And I would like to say it. I would like to say a special thanks to Matthew for sending us this Applebee's gift card that we are using to pay for today's meal. Craig, can you say thank you so much, Matthew?
Thank you, Matthew.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Craig, can you
Applebee's is the best restaurant in town. The club sandwich tastes delicious. The waiter's waitress seems nice. I give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, and a Craigie Vanbrugh seal of approval.
I second that. My food was delicious.
Yes, it was good.
And now we're going right next door to get pedicures done at Tiffany's Nails. Ready to get your pedicure?
Ready.
What do you like about getting a pedicure?
Same thing.
What's the best part?
Scrubbing.
The scrubbing. How you doing, Craig?
Good.
You relaxed? How you doing down there, Stephanie? I said, how are you doing down there? It's time for a little Target run. Got some really cute 4th of July things now. Or maybe they're just nautical, but they're red, white, and blue. What do you think of that duck, Craig? Or no, it's not a duck. It's a seagull.
We got terminate.
Craig has thought of something that he needs. I need some more fluoride.
Yeah.
Now what do you need? Some vitamins. All right. Craig is headed for the books. Or is it the DVDs? Well, so far the DVDs. What'd you find? The Jetsons?
Yeah. Hey, Bobo, come here. Come on, that costs money.
What's his name?
Freddy Fazbear.
What's he off of?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that a video game?
Yeah.
Just playing with this stuff over here while you watch your video?
Happy birthday.
So I came here because I wanted to find some sheets, and these are the ones that I'm getting. These are my very favorite sheets to get.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah.
What do you want? Go. What do you want to cheers to?
A road trip.
All right. Coming soon. Craig, do you like Power Rangers?
Yeah, I used to watch Power Rangers with their spin-off shows. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Power Rangers in Space, and others.
What was your favorite?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Which was your favorite Power Ranger?
The Red Ranger.
Do you know what any of their names were?
I don't know what their names.
What year was the first Power Rangers on?
Back in 1993.
Can you think of anything that the Power Rangers say?
Go, go, Power Rangers! Here goes. Long ago, when dragons roamed Earth, Mrs. Dragon sat waiting for her egg to hatch. She smiled as the first egg went crack. She smiled as the second egg went crack. But when the third egg went crack, Mrs. Dragon gasped. Out pops the littlest dragon she had ever seen. "Mama," said the littlest dragon. "Aren't you sweet?" said Mrs. Dragon said. "Dragons aren't sweet," snorted Mr. Dragon. "They're big and strong." But the littlest dragon didn't grow big and strong. His legs were too short to run fast. he was last in the flying races because his wings were too small. Even worse, he could not breathe fire, however hard he tried. "Who ever heard of a dragon who can't breathe fire?" laughed the other dragons. Each day the littlest dragon grew more sad and lonely. "I'm such a crummy dragon," he sobbed. Little Bird fluttered down from her tree. "I will help you find a way to breathe fire," she said. "How can you help?" sniffed the littlest dragon. "You're not a dragon." "I can be your friend," Little Bird replied. Then winter came. Mr. and Mrs. Dragon had colds. The littlest dragon's brothers had colds. And when dragons have colds, they can't breathe fire. And without the fire, dragons can't keep warm. "I will find someone to light out fire," said the littlest dragon. And off he went. The littlest dragon ran to every house in the valley. But every dragon in the valley had a cold and every fire had gone out. All the dragons were freezing. "Please help us," they croaked. "If only I could breathe fire," cried the littlest dragon. "Fire!" cried the littlest dragon. Suddenly, Little Bird had an idea. She plucked a feather from her wing and tickled the end of the littlest dragon's nose. The littlest dragon's nose began to itch. The littlest dragon's nose began to twitch. It itched and twitched, and then 2 fireballs shot out from his nostrils. "I breathe fire!" yelled the littlest dragon. Soon every dragon in the valley had a fire to keep them warm. "You're a hero," Mr. Dragon said proudly. "I could never have done it without Little Bird, the littlest dragon replied. He looked at the feather and smiled. He might never win running or flying races, but he could breathe fire. And with Little Bird as his friend, he would never be lonely again. The end. And this is Craigie Vera saying, keep on having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at Adventureland.